Hi and welcome to another video. Here we're going to do a Jurgen solo gameplay on insane mode of Homebound. Jurgen is the best solo hero in my opinion because of his mask scent. That gives you 7 seconds of invisibility where you can heal, reload and reposition yourself. His satchel charge also acts as a grenade, enabling you to knock up or knock down flatbacks so that you can hit their weak spot. He's just overall the best in my opinion. The guns you're gonna want to have for your best experience are carbine rifle with explosive rounds, resourcefulness and lead poisoning. Those are the three I've found the best synergy with. Obviously you could probably take out these three in crit, but I just think that they're necessary as well. If you were maybe after a better sight or something along those lines, that would be your playstyle. As a secondary gun, you want the SMG. The main part of this is holster helper, or any gun with holster helper really, because the main point of a secondary is you flick it out, shoot with it, put it all back. Holster helper lets you flick out your gun and then put it back and it will reload for you. Much better. Weakness exploitation is the other major part of it, so because this will synergize with the carbine's poison damage, and then if you also take shock grenades, it does the same stuff. So when they're staggered, status effect, so you can get stagger from the satchel, from the grenades. You can also get shock from that, and poison from your carbine rifle. I personally think that it's the best choice, but what would I know? Yeah, I like the shock grenades and mine seeding. I think that's the best secondary one. I know a lot of people like to run Thumper. Thumper I don't think is in its best state. It used to be a lot stronger. Now you really want to just get more damage down rather than asking for breathing room. Your shock grenades and your invisibility will give you the breathing room you need, but that's my opinion and based off quite a few hours of playtime. So what we're going to be doing is trying to 5-star this, so you want to hit a bunch of things along the way. So I'm going to go up and grab the radar along the way. I'll also probably hit the camp that's just around here as well. Typically you wouldn't fight this Anki, but I'll just show you what you would do is you flip them upside down, make sure that they go purple and poisoned, and then you'll just use your SMG underneath them, or yeah, at its weak spot. That is the, like, I don't know, that's the easiest strategy because both guns work so well together. There's no need to use any other weapon. If you can use carbine, use carbine. It will make your life a lot easier. What I did there was as I was jumping down, I would press crouch as well, and that way it put me into a slide, which is another good way of moving around without ending up taking the knee, which is one of the most annoying animations they have in the game. What we're doing now is just trying to move ourselves into a better position. So because I can go invisible, I can throw my mines down, go invisible, then decide, reload, and then decide where I'm going to shoot, or if I even need to. So in this situation it was the mines did everything I needed them to. Again, why Jurgen is one of the best here, or is the best. I'm not going to bother with the we will do it, it's not too far, it's worth 70 points. For the hollows, you typically can just run straight past the dinos, so you shouldn't need to worry so much about getting hit, provided you don't stop moving. That's the key part. I will throw down a mine, just a satchel, and the mines out the front, just because it's better to have them. But typically, you should just be able to move yourself through the dinos without getting hit. Now, I'm not sure if that's intended, that their AI is not fantastic. I want to avoid getting hit by that guy though. He'll knock me down and then I will get hit. So it's that I took one hit then. And then I might go invis just to avoid the raptor. Yeah. I'll go invisible to avoid him. And then you'll throw down your shock grenade. And then I should be able just to run straight out and it wouldn't have mattered. And then it's done without taking too much damage, just by running straight through them. They don't, yeah, it's not too big of a deal if you just do that. So where I'm going to be headed is up, and I'm going to start at C and go C, A, B. You don't have to, obviously if you started in closer you could go A, B, C. It really makes no difference what one you go, as long as you hit all of them. 2 of them will need to be repaired, which I'll talk more about when they get repaired, or when each of them get repaired. Because no, we're all good. We're all good. Deciding if there is an infestation coming up ahead, I would heal, but there isn't, so I'm not going to. Sometimes you can have the infestation, so the hollows in this spot. It only works off a 2-spot system, so if it's not in this spot, it will be in another instead. Again, because I'm playing solo, I will actually heal and just take equipment. If you're playing with people, you might not always do that, but when playing solo, you take everything, you leave nothing. There's no need to not grab stuff. There is always a watcher just in here that you want to remove quickly, then you can deal with the Styratosaurus. And there was another one. So he gets poisoned, and then it is the same thing as what you do with the Anki, and you just shoot them from the side. And if you need to, shock grenade them as well, you can do that just as easily. With these, typically you'll have 2, sometimes you have 3, but most commonly it will be 2 hangers that will have planes. Not always. Sometimes you can get 3, sometimes only 1, but I most commonly have seen 2, I think. There should be a Anki that will always spawn up either left or right side when you first open those up, and you typically want to remove them as quickly as possible. Now I'm actually quite low, but that's alright. If you were after a cheese, you could stand on top of those and you can potentially not take damage, but you can also just as easily position yourself and then reposition with your invisibility. We eventually get that done. Alright, and now because there's nothing, it's much easier just to heal without worry of interruption. Because you really want to heal only when it's safe to do so, rather than run the risk of being hit. Oh no, that was just a free one. Alright, again there's ammo here, always 3 ammo there, doesn't matter the difficulty you play on. So provided you know where to find ammo, you will always have ammo available to you. Equipment as well, mostly. But playing with people does mean that you need to be a little bit nicer with the resources. A little bit, yeah, nicer, friendlier, share, and all that. But you also shouldn't get you don't get any more dinos playing with more people. So if you can do it fine solo, you should be able to do it fine in a group. If this does need to be repaired, there'll be hollows that spawn there, there, and another one that just spawns down here. You want to remove them as quickly as possible. This is only if it gets repaired though. Oh no. Okay. That one was fine, so that was totally pointless. But if you do need to repair the fuse kit, that's where they do spawn. This means that A and B are now guaranteed to need to be repaired with the fuse box, which can be annoying to do solo, as you are stuck with Ankies all around. And C is actually the easiest one to do because it's you've already got a wall behind you, so they're not spawning in. They won't spawn in behind you, basically. So you're more protected at C than you are at A, especially because there's a blue. You definitely run and grab your blues. Thing is, the materials are one of the biggest bottlenecks that you'll find. There are little ways to go through, lots of little shortcuts as well, through mountains and through dinosaur caves. Often as you learn where they all are, they're really useful to utilize. If you heard that static, what I did is, as soon as I heard the static, I would jump. And then knowing I needed to reload, oh my god, if I had have actually hit that guy, that would have been much better and I wouldn't have taken that extra bit of damage. That's fine. There will be a watcher just in there, and there will also be a watcher just over there somewhere. I can't quite see. Ah, you silly. Alright. Made a mistake, so go invisible and then run away. I can see the watcher now. I should have worried about the other thing, but the watcher's there. So we made the mistake, but you can just as easily fix it. Once he turns purple, you can go back invisible again. I shouldn't have taken that extra bit of damage. But it is what it is sometimes. Sometimes you make mistakes. That then, getting hit like that twice, big boy mistake. Ah, locked. No. If it's locked, then you're guaranteed to be able to go underneath through here. You will find dinos that will spawn straight up. And there will be a few hollows as well. Again, if you go invisible, I wanted to jump up this while I was fine. We'll do it this way. I'm trying to make sure I don't die. That would be terrible. I'm trying to show you how to play the mission and I die through it. That would not be good. Because they've gone red means there should be an alpha roaming around somewhere. But he might be on the outside. So again, you're just trying to make it as easy for yourself as possible. No alpha? That's odd. Ah, there he is. I'm like, where is he? Because the alpha will make them, I'm not sure if he makes them have some damage reduction, but he certainly makes them deal more damage, and that can be annoying. So again, there was the static, so I tried to jump. I didn't jump very well, but I tried to move direction. I didn't get hit still, so Again, the static is essentially Amir's passive. Because Amir's passive, you'll get little triangles that show the dinos are jumping at you, but you don't need to worry about them because, well, you just don't. You don't need to worry about them because you can hear them. So looking for the little triangles on your screen can actually be quite difficult to do, I found. Because it's this, it means there will be a guaranteed Anki spawn. So knowing that, you want to try and remove it as quickly as possible. Because I hadn't poisoned him yet. Oh gosh. No. Yeah, because I hadn't poisoned him, I tried to shock him then, and then get my bonus damage, but it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. But that's alright. We got there in the end. No harm, no foul, as they say. So again, when you've got the hollows, you want to remove them relatively quickly. Like, I wouldn't say kill yourself for them, but knowing that they need to be removed is half of the battle. So obviously if you're getting swarmed, take out some of the dinos. Now this one's guaranteed to need to be repaired, so I'm going to just make sure I've ammoed up. What there will be for this one is you'll get, it's usually about yay, and maybe over here for hollows that will spawn. I know C's location's a lot better than I know A's. Typically you don't want to be healing, repairing A. It's the hardest one, I believe, because you'll get Ankis coming at you from all directions. But if you remove the hollows quickly, it does make things a little bit easier. Oh, it's behind me. No. While we wait, we make a decision. Yep, there's 3 there. Yep, well, I moved myself into that. But yeah, you try to work out where the Anki is coming from. We want to go invis because I knew he was about to do that. We will heal just because we've got the Ankis. And we just have enough time to get a heal off as well. Try and now work out where the other Anki is, because we know that there's 2 of them down. Alright, because we know that they're done, we're just going to run. There's no point continuing that fight. You're better off to just move and go to the next location that you need to, because sometimes you don't need to fight, and fighting Ankis when they're not upside down or on their side is not something you want to ever get yourself into a position doing, because the problem with Ankis is they're heavily armored. They're the hardest enemy in the game to fight effectively. Not to fight effectively, but to fight without issue, basically. Because their mechanics can be a bit how you're going, to say the least. Alright, I could have gone, I should have probably got that radar, but it's too bad. Too bad, so sad. It's only 28 points, and it's not worth me running back around there for. Seeing as I'm trying to 5-star but still complete the mission relatively quickly. With B, almost always they're going to be locked, or one of them will be locked. So in order to avoid that, the easy strategy is just to run up here, and you can just drop straight down, and then you'll know which one you need to go to, because there'll either be a hollow here or there will be a hollow just there, and that means that that's where the one that's locked is the one that has the hollow at it. So that's the one that you need to heal or repair, basically, or to get rid of the gunk off of it. And then again, you want to remove the hollow. Yeah, just get ready. It used to be you could actually even shoot through some of these, or throw your mines through them. Oh, that's a bit how you going. Okay, here we go. We've got a Rex as well. Is that gonna kill him? I have found that's gonna probably stop him though. No, it hasn't bugged him yet. Okay. Hey, rather than fight the Rex, you want to remove the things that are going to charge you and knock you down first. The Rex is big and you can see it from a distance, so you want to be removing the trash around it. So here, go on invisible. I've thrown down. He's going to be poisoned. Just throw out the SMG shots. Throw your stagger again. You just use your SMG to get as much damage out as you can, and then you go invisible again, and then you just repeat. And he's stuck his head down, so you know that he's low, and that means he's about to be dead. And with that knowledge, you can then take him out easily and then remove your burrows. So you don't always have to take the burrows out. It does help. Like, you don't need to take them out straight away. Like, you still have to take them out. And then we're lucky enough to have the black box right near us. So that does help. It means we don't have to go looking for it. Right, now that it's a lull in the action, I can spend the time to heal myself. Again, Rosie will keep her health up high all the time, but she doesn't have the damage component that Jurgen does, and that's what I think makes him better. There's also always 3 ammo kits here, and there's 3 equipment over in that spot there. There's also a couple up at the radar. So there's plenty of ammo around at B that you shouldn't need to worry too much. When we're repairing B now, there will be hollows that spawn out just here and there, and oh, let's avoid getting hit by that. So we throw our things down. Once we know he's poisoned, then we use our SMG, and then he'll be dead. It's a very simple strategy, but poison, use SMG, and then dead. Every time. Works well every time, 100%. Well, not every time, but for the most part. I am going to heal again, just in case, because I was trying to say something. So they'll spawn out there, here, and a little bit further down. The carbine rifle makes short work of things like bulls. So I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab the ammo. Even though I don't need to, I'm going to grab it early anyway. So like I said, you'll get the hollows that you want to remove quickly. There will also be a couple that will spawn over there, so I'll just throw that down to make it easier. Typically they come up one way. They will sometimes. Ah, I forgot about that one. Yep. I apologise. There is the one that does come up behind you as well. But again, you remove that quickly and then you go to the other side. And so by keeping on top of the hollows early, you won't have too many issues. Or you shouldn't have too many issues when playing. Because if you can stop dinos from spawning, then you don't have to worry about them doing damage to you. I know it says that it's 100, but you can tell that that's a bug that sometimes happens, but you can tell based off the locations there whether or not it is or isn't working. And I put myself in a bad spot for this. Not what it is or isn't working, how long it's taking, basically. I don't need to fight them, so I'm not going to. Because I don't need to fight them, I would prefer to move away from Ankies at all times. Even playing on Jurgen, I just find Ankies to be far too annoying to be worth the time investment to fighting them. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down, grab that camp there, and then I'm just going to extract. And that's one of the easiest ways you can do Homebound. So there are a few little tips hopefully in that. I will spend the time, I don't even need to. I'm deciding whether or not, do I bother doing it at the hard area? Yeah, we might do it at the hard area. We'll repair the Nova Ridge spot. So where we are, we'll go repair the extraction zone, and we'll extract at a hard zone, just to show what that looks like. Because typically what I would do here is I just let myself get killed, and then I just fast travel. That's one way you can fast travel. It's not really fast traveling if you're letting yourself die, but I would let myself die, and then I'd just fast travel back to Aga Hills and extract there, because it will only take a minute, as opposed to here repairing this and then spending 2 minutes fighting dinos and fighting Ankies for that matter. So even more annoying dinos than what you typically want to. But we'll do it anyway, just because why not? Why not? Do it for the, I don't know, that was interesting the way he climbed there. No. Probably should have healed before that. So now, because I've got so much equipment, I can just be very liberal with my Stimpack usage. Again, because it's just me, much easier. I could collect them, but they're going to stop the repair happening, and slow it down. And I don't need the materials. That probably pains a lot of people if they're watching that I won't run after all the materials, but I don't need to anymore. And because I don't need to, I don't. If it's out of my way, I won't bother. Typically. There's a few coming in, so you want to move and use everything to your advantage. There will be Ankies coming in, so I want to remove stuff quickly, so before they become an issue. So you just go invis. So we've got 2 minutes to now wait until we can get out. We'll 100% be at our 5-star, which we are when I finally looked at it. You just have constant grenade spam if you need to, or just use that time, or satchels even. what I need to hope is I don't get too many more before I remove these two, because that can be your biggest issue, is if you don't remove the Ankies quickly enough, you'll get more than what you want. I think they have made it a little bit easier to dodge the Ankies, but I don't think they've actually said anything about it. It used to be you couldn't dodge them at all. So again, because I've put myself in a stronger position, you can move yourself around or through. Again, that's just from playing Jurgen. You can play much more in the face of dinos. Just get your different get your invisibility to stack up and then just move yourself around using that. Which is why, again, I think Jurgen is the most overpowered in the game. Is the fact you can go backwards, forwards from invisibility and then just move around, so you can avoid the majority of the issues. But yeah, that's how you would complete Homebound without too many issues. If he's going to do that, I almost ran into that. So that's what, 2,500 research in the end. Completing the entire mission probably took 26 minutes. It probably wasn't too quick, but we'll find out. It will tell me in a moment. It's a long wait screen there. Alright, loot summary. Nothing exciting. Yeah, so 29 minutes to complete Homebound, plus getting the 5-star, so it's nice and easy. Yeah, I'll make some more videos like this if you'd like to see more, and good luck. Happy hunting.